Hello, everybody, and welcome back. The Night Owl here with another Crimson Vow draft. Fresh off of a nice humility draft. Um, really just got my clock cleaned last time, but I want to share that with you anyways because I think sometimes it's important to show that, even solid drafters, which I hope you don't mind if I say I believe I'm a solid drafter, even we get beat up sometimes, and I still think there's a lot to learn there. Especially because, I think that I made a couple mistakes that I think are important to learn from, and that's most of what you learn from is your mistakes, not just when things go right. Yeah, I still think that there was like some informative stuff there. However, I kind of want to just get back at it and maybe get something where I go a little bit deeper into the draft here, going for y'all. So let's do it. Let's begin. Hoping something for a little spicier. If you watched my last draft, you know that I think a big criticism of the deck that I had, it looked like it was fine. It looked like just like a bunch of fine, decentish creatures with some solid removal to back it up. But that's just not quite enough in this format. People have really good stuff. You need to be able to overcome some good cards by having good cards of your own, hopefully. And so solid just isn't quite enough sometimes. Yeah. Also, I would say that I was in white black in the previous draft, and the creatures were all like kind of small and anemic, and I think I came up against a couple green decks, and you see the strength of just some of the green commons, just being that like when you're just playing small creatures that really don't like offer you like a ton. The green creatures just kind of overwhelm them just by sheer size, which can be kind of difficult. It's kind of on you with the smaller creatures to do something a little bit more, and when you're not, you just get beat up by big guys. So let's see what we got. Come on. There we go. We got a full draft. Let's see it. Oh, okay. So interesting start here. We got Drolf. Really powerful rare. Really powerful rare. I played with Drolf before. I believe is in one of the recorded drafts here. Just makes all your creatures quote unquote immune to removal. Is able to send your team to the skies. You can play all kinds of like toughness tricks. You turn your like 1/4s into 4/4s. Really good. So just really excellent card to start the draft with. Sigarda's Imprisonment, probably the best common, I would say, by a good margin. The uncommons are really bad. Catgeist is like the closest to being fine, and Catgeist is kind of bad. These are completely ignorable. And then it goes like Imprisonment, like Farmer, Gift of Fangs, something like that. Gift of Fangs can be better or worse. It depends. Deadweight, it is not. We'll start with Drolf. Easy pick there. Oh, okay. Wow, lots of blue goodies. I think we're going to be taking Thirst for Discovery. I think Thirst is better than Inspired Idea. Just being instant speed's really good. You can cleave this and you get to draw 3. This isn't technically a draw 3 because you have to discard, but it's like close enough, especially at some stages of the game. And then the instant speed really helps because when you're in blue, part of the reason I don't like blue that much, but the reality is when you're in it is that you kind of need to play some amount of the counter spell, so instant speed, very important. After that, I would actually think I'd take a Lantern Bearer maybe before the Inspired Idea, though maybe that's wrong. It's close. This is a lot of card advantage. Like your hand just like fills right up, and the downside really is not that much of a downside. But Lantern Bearer is so important for whatever deck you're in that it's really hard to imagine passing that. But I think Thirst for Discovery, the more powerful card. We'll just take that. A couple of blue cards to start. All right, what do we got now? Okay, here I think it's Lantern Bearer. In blue, there's Catgeist and then Cruel Witness. Cruel Witness is pretty decent. I would be happy with the Cruel Witness, but I mentioned this so many times. Let's talk about it a little bit. Lantern Bearer. Not only does it start on turn 1 with the beats, and then it also has the disturb side, so like how some of your other creatures go to the skies. But one thing that I've kind of talked about a little bit, and one thing I think is really true with this format, is that there are a lot of cards that are stronger in certain archetypes versus others. And so your draft can go kind of funny if you pick up a bunch of these cards that are really good in, say, like, I don't know, like red green ergs, for example, and it turns out you're red white, and then some of your cards that like care about wolves, like your Ridge Wolves aren't as good all of a sudden, or something like that. There's a lot of cards like that. Lantern Bearer is the opposite. It just kind of goes in like every color archetype. It's good with Exploit. It's good in the blue-white Disturb decks. It's even good in blue-green, which isn't a great combo because it's able to pick up your big green creatures and send them to the air. Okay, so here I think it's Traveling Minister. The blue cards are fine. All like fairly decent, and if I am in blue-white, like Steelclad Spirit becomes okay. Don't really need to pick up the 6-drop. I guess is okay. Traveling Minister is white's best common. It's better than Allenbach Escort at the 1-drop slot, so I think that's what I would go with. There is an option. I don't get to play the blue-red deck enough, and so there is an idea that maybe I could take like Epicure here or something like that. Probably better than Ridge Wolf just because you can't really get enough wolves, but I think that Minister is the better card out of all of these, and I think blue-white might be the better archetype except for like specific blue-red decks. I'm more interested in trying Minister here. Well, there are some good red cards here. Well, kind of. Actually, I back that up. Blood Hypnotist is fine, but I never end up playing it, really. Honeymoon Hearse is ignorable. Epicure's alright, and Prisoner is not amazing. So, the blue and white cards, you got Heron of Hope and Cruel Witness. Between the two, they're both 4-mana flyers. What do I think is better? I think it's tough. Heron of Hope, I think, is a little bit better because of how much it helps you race with the life gain, and then it pairs really well with Minister. I don't know that I'm white yet, though, and I'm fairly certain I'm blue, so I'm tempted to take the Cruel Witness. I think I'm white, but I just think it's like so close that it's a little bit safer to take the blue card. I think ultimately, if I end up blue-white, I think the Heron is a little bit better, but I'm going to take the Witness here. Now what? Okay, I think I'm going to take a card that I tend not to prioritize very highly and take Nurturing Presence. I have to think about that. So it's, I don't think it's, well, okay, it could also be Kessig Flame Breather because I do look like I am heading, I'm clearly blue, and that Kessig Flame Breather is a really important card in the red-blue decks. It's not the green card, it's not the black card, it's not Blood Servitor. I don't think it's Frenzy Devil, it's even in the red-blue decks that want Flame Breather. Vampire Slayer is really replaceable. Nurturing Presence kind of combines with some of the aura themes in blue-white and is like a fine card on its own. I'm actually going to take Flame Breather. I'm not going to miss that Nurturing Presence if I'm not blue-white, and or if I am blue-white, like I'm just not going to miss it. And then this is a really important card in blue-red. Here I'm going to take Cradle of Safety. This card's been owning me. There's enough removal. Like removal is really important that putting it like on your Cruel Witness when they go to kill it is like this huge blowout play. And then the cards care about putting auras on them sometimes. And then you're playing instant speed effects, so it's like it plays well with like Thirst for Discovery. It's got that kind of like synergy there. 2-drop in Dawnheart Geist. I could take that, but let's just take the blue card and the kind of the best blue card I want there. None of this is important. I'm going to take... I really don't want Wretched Throng. I don't think... This is kind of a good spot to take Wretched Throng, though. Let me think about that. I really don't like this card. It's just not really where I want to be. But I don't have any other 2-drops, and so maybe if I pick up some of the blue exploit... It's I'm passing it over like Alchemist Retrieval or like Honeymoon Hearse. Probably not Bloody Betrayal, right? Yeah, let's just take the Wretched Throng. Here... Lightning Wolf, don't really want it. All these cards are just like almost unplayable. So our only white card's the Minister. Oh, we got this Nurturing Presence now. Let's take this. Kind of glad I passed the other one. Shoot. Almost never going to play 2 Nurturing Presence. Let's just take Celebrant here. So I definitely blue. Well, okay, I have another Celebrant. Filling in the 2-drop slot. Let's just take this Weary Prisoner. See. I really didn't see much else that was exciting white. I saw the Heron, but this Minister is just not much of a signal. And then I have actual like a framework of a deck going. If I play the oh boy, well let's take a look. Really good. The only blue card's Chill of the Grave. These are like fine. What is this? Catilda. Number of permanents you control, their spirits and/or enchantment. So I'm even in the right colors for it. And the Circle of Confinement. How much of a bomb is this, really? Because it can be really anemic. If it's just a 1/1 flying lifelink pro-vampire, it's like really not amazing. But the second you start getting it bigger than that, it becomes quite a bit better. Plays well with the Nurturing Presence. And then the Disturb side really is pretty good. I think I should take it here, because it's either that or like Circle of Confinement. Like if I really wanted to go the red-white direct or the red-blue direction, I could take the Flame Breather here. This is kind of one of those crossroads picks where like I really don't know. I don't think white was all that open, but I think it'd be foolish to pass this here. I think. Well, we got a Valorous Stance, a Minister, a Heron. All the blue cards are like kind of bad. What do I think of this as I arrange my cards? So it could be Gutter Skulker, but I just think it's only fine. It's a 4-drop. It is a Spirit, goes to Catilda, but it's just not really like an incredible card. It looks better than it is. It just doesn't play all that well. It's like kind of anemic as a 4-mana 3/3, and then but it can win the game. I think one of the white cards is probably better, and I think it's Traveling Minister. Actually, maybe it's Valorous Stance here. I just talked about this card at the end of the last draft, and it's just like not the most important, but I have really no like good interaction anyway, so I think I'm going to take the Valorous Stance. Here. What do we think here? Fierce Retribution, I believe. Probably better than the Flyers. I need more interaction. Alright, all these can go on the board here. Don't think I'm red. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fierce Retribution. It's just like interaction when I need interaction. Man, I really struggle with that. And like it could be Cruel Witness. I think it's better than Binding Geist. I don't really want the Entomber, though. Disturb decks can be Entomber decks. But no, let's just take the kill spell. Okay, here I think it is Minister. It could be Screaming Swarm, but I'm not actually all that crazy about this card because it's expensive. Just a 6 mana 4/4 flyer. It's like decent, but not like insane. Whereas like this deck kind of wants like cheaper cards. It's like a fine top end, but the kind of deck I'm building doesn't really need like a top end card. I like to keep it lean and mean. Radiant Grace isn't really much of a card. I could take the second Wretched Throng, but it's like it'd be madness to pass Minister. It's basically Minister or Screaming Swarm, and I just think that the 1-drop is more important than the 6 mana finisher. Here I like Heron, pairs really well with both of my Ministers. It's another flyer. We'll get in there with it. Yeah, not much else to talk about here. It's not Griff Rider. Could be Chill of the Grave, but I really don't think it is. Red's kind of drying up, I say, as they pass me an Alluring Suitor. And in no good blue-white cards. Maybe I went the wrong way on this one. That's okay. We'll take Griff Rider. Better than Wanderlight Spirit. I don't really like Griff Rider all that much, but at least it can block ground creatures like when I need it to. I mean, not very well because it's a 1 toughness guy. Maybe the Wanderlight Spirit's better, actually. Let me think about that. But you really don't want to play this card. But you really don't want to play Griff Rider either. Actually, I will take the Griff Rider because I have Traveling Ministers, which will help pump up my 2-drops to make them more reasonable. And so it might be easier for me to get the Griff Rider going. Here I will take... I might want 1 Serpentine Ambush at some point in this. Is it better to take now over the Heron Blessed Geist? I think so. Well, no, I'm going to take the Heron Blessed Geist. I do have some enchantments I'm already playing. I'll make it some more. Okay. Like we got cards. So another Heron here probably. Better than Militia Rallier. I'll put my Thirst over at the... This card's just really excellent. I already got the life gain going here. Another flyer. Militia Rallier is like total filler. I need to fill out my 2-drop slot a little bit, but there's really not much here to do that with. So here, I hope it is. That's fine. Well, let's take a Wedding Invitation. This isn't much of a Wedding Invitation deck, but this card is deceptively good, especially if I just like kind of run low on playables, which I don't think I'm going to, but it just doesn't look like any of this other stuff. This card, like especially in an aggressive deck, oh boy, the 3rd Minister, I think so. It's better than the 3rd Heron, I believe. Anyways, this card, like in certain situations, it's like 2 mana Lava Axe draw a card. I mean, it's kind of good. I'm not gonna have any vampires, but if your deck is aggressive enough, it like really kind of works. I'm gonna take this in case I open some red bomb or something like that. Comes better, I don't know. Yeah, this card isn't just not a card, but I'm gonna take it. It's just so low impact for the entire card spent on it that it's really not where you want to be. Alright, what do I think here? Naturally, no good blue. I think it's Twin Blade Geist. I need more 2-drops. It goes well on my flyers later in the game. It goes well with my Ministers. All in all, seems like a really solid pick that just kind of fits right into my deck and is nice and cheap. Right where I want to be. I really need to focus on picking up some cheap creatures here, I think. It's a Spirit for Catilda. Catilda, you know, cards like this are funny because I don't want to like warp my whole draft around just like getting a power pump on this card, but it does make a difference like if you can lean that way. You know, how many Spirits and enchantments do I have right now? Well, I don't want to count those right there. I think this is Drug Skull Infantry easily. Again, two drops, exactly what I was talking about. Spirit and enchantment, passing our Rending Flame. It's kind of a shame, but this card goes right with what I'm looking at. Yeah. I think it'll go well. Goes well with the Flyers. Yep, exactly the kind of card I'm looking for at this stage. Shame on the Flame, though. I think there's a world where I am red-blue instead. This kind of was, you know, I alluded to this at one point, but this is what's kind of funny about this format is like sometimes you just open up a rare and you're like, I guess that's the way I'm going. And it is. Now here. Huh, none of this is that exciting. Could be the third Heron. It could be the Stitched Assistant. Goes good with the Lantern Bearer, and I would need to pick up another Throng for Throngs to be decent. But I mean, I've seen a couple. I could get this one back ostensibly. I don't think it's Skywarp Scob. I just don't have enough creatures that I think are going to hit the bin, and a lot of them that are going to hit the bin, I'm going to want to disturb out of the graveyard. So it just has like counter synergy, and like I said, I don't think it's the third Heron. Let's take the Stitched Assistant. Or should I take the Throng here? Because I really need two Throngs to like make the Throngs playable, but I have no other exploit. I think it's better. I think it's better to make sure I have the Throng and I'll like pick up an exploit card here as I get past the Throng. Look at this. And a blue-red card. Look at this. Man, it hurts going the wrong way sometimes, I tell you. Is there a world in which I splash that? I don't think so. I don't think so. I have no Evolving Wilds. I have really no means to do that. I might just pick another Throng. I kind of don't want it, but yeah. You see, when I had all these things come around late, like it just really seemed like red was maybe the way to go. Except they're all just like adequate, right? It's not like insane or anything. But yeah, I'll pick the Throng. Wow, another Ballista Watcher. You're kidding. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have been white. Yeah, well, we'll take Serpentine Ambush here. This card will actually play in my deck decently. Make these Throngs alright. The splash came around. Oh no. I'm just getting punished in every direction, gang. That hurts. Magic's a game of pain sometimes. Here I think it's Siphon Essence. I got some instant speed stuff I can play with it. And it'll be like a good answer card. I don't have like any like Sigarda's Imprisonments or anything like that. Here, Steelclad Spirit maybe? How many auras do I essentially have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's Steelclad Spirit. It's probably better than Binding Geist, better than Trainee. Yeah, I like it. None of these cards are probably going to make the deck. I'll take the Beguiler. Just, I don't know. So it's about all I got. Perish Blade Trainee, sure, it's a 2-drop. I don't really want to play that card. Here I'll take Adamant Will. Another trick. It might be better than Serpentine Ambush. In fact, it probably is. Third Heron. That might play. That's a lot, but I got 3 Ministers too, and my life gain will be immense. I'll take this Belligerent Guest. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have let Catilda derail me there. My pack was so weak, though. I don't know. That's okay. I don't think we ended up with a bad deck. I just had to pass a lot of really excellent cards while I was building it. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I'll get out of here. Maybe I won't even play the Throngs, honestly. Alright, so all 3 Ministers. We'll start the Adamant Will. Infantry, Retribution, probably Presence. I'll wait on you. Wait on you, Catilda. We'll start all 3 Herons. I think I like it better than Heron Bust Geist, that we'll see. A Lantern Bearer, Cradle, the Spirit, We'll wait on the Throngs, draw. Yeah, probably playing the Siphon Essence, the Thirst, and the Cruel Witness. All this other stuff is just fine, so now I can kind of fill in. So we got our 4 drops, 3 mana spells, 2 mana spells. Oh. So I might just play 2 Throngs. Like, you know, you get the extra value out of the third, except not really, because you're so likely to draw it that it, like, becomes kind of bad. And it'll let me put another card in my deck, which maybe is Heron Blessed Geist. Because I do have a decent number of enchantments that I can, like, get the flashback on that, and that's actually kind of decent. Apart from that, it could be Griff Rider. Like, 2 Throngs in the Griff Rider, because then, like, there's a good chance I can, like, pump Throng with Minister and then actually get the, like, the attack off that puts the training counter on Griff Rider. And that's probably better than the 5 mana spell. Probably. It's probably not trainee, I don't think. I have no exploit, so are the Throngs really that good? I mean, I could play the trainee as the 2-drop instead. Just 1 trainee, and then only have 4 2-drops. No, I think it's something like this. I think this is what I want to go with here. I'm not super excited about Nurturing Presence, but it's not the worst. Yeah, we'll run it. Leaning towards white. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, I should actually pick my sleeves. Oh, I picked these up the other day. These are kind of my aesthetic, so I got these. Yeah, we'll do that. I always forget to pick the sleeves. Yeah, okay. We'll run it like this. Oh, past the plains. Alright, gang. Looks good to me. I will see you for round 1. Alright, here we go. Round 1. Round 1. Up against Pedro Pacas. Guys, I'm getting sick of it. I gotta tell you. I'm getting real sick of it. I think I keep this hand, though. I have my best card. And reasonable plays. Let's see. Let's see if I draw out of it in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, I did. Oh my god. Christmas miracle. Okay. It's also on blue-white. Do I just jam Geralf? I think so. I think so. If they, as long as they, well, they didn't tap their mana. So I definitely don't do it now. So the question is, do I play Nurturing Presence or Wretched Throng? I'm not crazy about just jamming Nurturing Presence, but maybe. I don't really want to put Nurturing Presence on this Steelclad Spirit, though, because I can't guarantee, like, I'm going to waste this power pump a lot. So I think I'm just going to jam Wretched Throng. You can counter this if you want. You're just going to jam Thirst? Is that what's happening here? No? Okay, no plays. Kind of regretting the Steelclad Spirit. I bet you I'm going to see just non-stop flyers here. Really? No plays. Okay. Alright. Well. Now, do I play Nurturing Presence? I don't think so. Well, maybe I should have. I think this Heron's just going to get countered, so... Do I want to get my Heron countered? Yeah, we'll run it out. Oh. What are they doing? Is this by invitation only? Oh, no, okay, alright. That's fine. That is more than fine. Don't have any interaction in my hand, though. It makes me kind of nervous. I mean, I have Adamant Will, but that, like, hardly counts. Yeah, Cruel Witness, sure. A Gatilda I can't cast. That's okay. I think I go Nurturing Presence and attack, and then cast Geralf. Yeah. This is a good amount of pressure. And then it's kind of a good opportunity to play Adamant Will too, but like if they want to trade for this, that's fine. If they want to trade for this, that's fine. Like I'm actually fine with them trading here and then using the Adamant Will on like a later turn to get through something else. Catilda's a 4/4 if I can draw planes. That's pretty good. Oh, flying from draw off as well. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. I really want to know what's going on over there. I'm really nervous. Like I feel like they're gonna like tap out for Hullbreaker. Anytime my opponents just like don't play spells for a long time and then like have a handful of cards, I'm just like, what are you doing over there? Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. What do I want to do here? Like they probably have a counter spell, right? So I think I just cast Heron. Yeah, I'll cast Heron. If they want to counter this, that's fine. I got 2 really good cards in my hand. Okay. Steelclad Spirit, looking a little dopey this game. Another Lunar Rejection. Yeah. It's like fine. Oh yeah, I get my point in. I'll recast this. Lunar Rejection is really good, but it just hasn't really done like too much here. Oh boy, am I gonna get my hull broken? I bet you I am. Oh, Screaming Storm. Okay, okay. That's way different. And a Lantern Bearer, sure. I have 7 mana. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have 2 spirits. I'll have 3. I will take that action. Okay. Cast Catilda. Cast Rolf. That's it. That one looking kind of decent. Drolf can upgrade my Steelclad Spirit too, which is really nice. Yeah, sure, to the skies with your Sky Guy. Okay, alright. And a Steelclad Spirit, sure. Yeah. So wait, I'm attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they have a Growth Rider that they have to block with. This has lifelink. Yeah, no blocks. Okay. The planes. Let's see what they do. I mean, if they don't block, they die. I'd be really surprised if they don't block here. And I'm going up to enough life that I'm not in danger of dying, like even if I don't activate the Heron, which I'm going to. Oh. Okay, let me have it. Alright, that worked. Nice. Cool. All right. See you for game 2. All right, round 2. Round 2. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this boy, yeah, this looks like a hand. I got Thirst for Discovery to like kind of fix the fact that I don't have another white mana a little bit. I'm on the draw. I should be okay, as long as I don't get like crushed here. Traveling Minister will help in that regard as well. It's not a bad hand, not amazing, but blue-white again. You know, I feel like when I like a lot of how do I say this? I play mirror matches a lot, and I always have to wonder. I'm like, does the game like prioritize like my mirror matches? Like, yep, you got me. Draw off, huh? Well, it's gonna be a problem. Their own draw off. I think here I just jam Catilda. Yeah. I want to do that while they're tapped out. They could, like, Sigarda's Imprisonment it or something, which would be bad. Part of me wishes I had picked up that Stitcher at some point, because I ended up getting, like, the 3rd Wretched Throng anyways. Yeah, Entomber, sure. Alright. So I think they're going to try to sacrifice Entomber, turn it into, like, a 3/3. So I'm gonna cast Steelclad Spirit. Yeah, I cast Steelclad Spirit. Power Pump here. I'll let them do it, and then I'm gonna Adamant Will. It's kind of bad. Like Geralf is just gonna upgrade all their guys over and over and over again, but. Try my Adamant Will for their Entomber. I'll take it. This is a big problem for them too. Yeah? Yeah? I'm just gonna run it in. Nice, okay. Alright, so here I think I play Thirst. I'll do this first. Discard the island. So they can do the same thing here. They can make it a 2/2, and then I kind of have to play Cradle, and then they might have like more spells. So maybe I want to wait. Just play Wretched Throng. Don't just attack into it. I could just play the Cradle on attack, but I'm nervous to do this with all their mana up. Makes it a 3/3. It just seems like it, like kind of throwing this Cradle away. I'm just gonna play Wretched Throng. They can do it on their turn. I mean, they're gonna do this anyways, but it'll give me a chance to like maybe draw another Spirit or something. It's possible I should just trade this off too, but I just don't think so, because I am going to be able to make it bigger. Oh, they declined. Okay, I would not have done that. Yeah, okay. Sure. I'm just going to put Heron of Hope. I'm going to put pressure on him this way. It's fine. And now I have Cradle up. I just don't want to just jam Cradle into this. I'll start attacking with the Heron at the same time, and it'll be way different. Really good draw here, weirdly enough, is on Nurturing Presence. Be really good. I got 3 cards. I'm really gonna have to start applying the pressure. Nurturing Presence of their own, yeah. Just make a 3/3 out of it, yeah. Alright. Now I'd love to be able to attack with the spirit here, but I can't. So we'll go like this. Now I got a really substantial board. Maybe it was really conservative to cast the Cradle there, but I don't think so, because it like kind of like gave me another creature. Like I missed out on some attacks, but now my board is so much better by waiting. It's tough to say. Like it was a little conservative. Oh, all right. Please don't hit anything. I really don't need that from you right now. Okay, cool. Great. So this is still going to give me a ton of life. This actually gives my Throng attacks. They can trade with the Spirit, that's fine. Oh, okay. Got a spell? Cradle of Safety, sure. Take that action. I have no blood to speak of, so we'll just jam it. Shows them I got nothing else, but I mean, it's fine. Now they can... Oh, Angelic Quartermaster, huh? Okay. That's a good card. 2/2 and a 3/3. I can block my Catilda now, but... Oh, no, they can't. I think we're going to put it on the Cruel Witness. This will naturally become a 5/5. This will become a 4/4. And then I'll power pump it once. I could put it on Catilda, and then they would become a 6/6 this turn. And then I could attack with both. And then if they want to trade, maybe that's better. Because if the Cruel Witness dies, this will shrink. What's the better play here? So yeah, because it's going to get 1, 2, 3, and then I could still double pump this. And so there's no good blocks on Catilda. But if Catilda dies, I can, like, do the, like, I can bring it back. So maybe I do put it on the Witness. Witness becomes a 4/4. I turn it into a 5/5. Catilda's a 5/5. Make them a 6/6. Yeah, I think this is better, actually. Heron of Hope. Yeah, I'll take that. You can't attack, can you? Or you can. But I don't want to attack with that right now. That's right, I cast the Presence. Sure. Yep. Probably a smart block on their part. Shrinks Catilda. I don't get to cast my Aura. I'm going to have so much life at the end of this. Oh, that's a card. Get all your stuff back. This card has really actually not impressed me that much. Like, I think in some decks it's probably a huge bomb, but then in other decks it's like kind of bad. Like, okay, for example, they can't get their Drog Skull Infantry. That's actually bad, right? And so you could do some stuff with it, but it's like not insane by any stretch of the imagination. And you get a 1/1. Alrighty, so I cast Heron. I power pump Catilda, so Catilda has to be blocked. I power pump the Spirit. Like that. Let's see it. If they have, like, by invitation only, I'm just going to throw up. I'll try to warn you before that happens, but no promises. Yep, you have that. You have a Drogskell Infantry, 1 card in your hand. You can Dollhouse the Quartermaster. I wonder what your hand card is. Alright, so what's the right attack here? I got... Catilda's lethal on their own, so I don't need to power pump them. I think I'll power pump them at least once. I'll power pump Heron. That seems right to me. And then, now both Heron and Catilda have to be blocked. And Spirit's getting in for some. I think this is the most life I've had this format. And that is fine. They have, what, a Griff Rider now? No, they get the Entomber too. Sure. I can just attack with everything on the ground now, too. I mean, it's like it literally has to be like by invitation only, I think, because I'm gonna attack with just like my whole squad. The ministers will get in on the ground. And if they flash back here and bust guys, what, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack. Yeah. Okay. All right, we did it. Just crushing the blue-white mirrors. Bring them on. All right. See you for round 3. Okay, round 3. Let's rock. This person has quite a name. Hang on, I'll let you see it before I try to pronounce it. Chinonmananimana. Okay, this hand. I have a Drolf. I have a Cradle of Safety. I have a Thirst for Discovery. I got 2 blue. I have no white. But between the Drolf and the Thirst, I'm inclined to keep. And I'm on the draw. A Forest. A Knife. Okay. Yo. Easy game, guys. Easy game, everybody. Uh-huh. Sure. This Wretched Throne looks pretty weak, but I think I need to play it, but I'm not crazy about it. I really don't like Knife, by the way. Green-Red Knife is probably okay. It's probably going to do something here, but in a lot of situations, like I find it to be really weak. Now, do I just jam Geralf here? I think I do. Well, there's also something to be said for like just waiting, holding up Thirst, casting Thirst, because what I don't want to have happen is just have Geralf bite it right now. Then again, I don't really have a lot to do with my Geralf currently, so maybe that's not so bad. And then Thrawn can block the Ridge Wolf. I still think maybe Thirst is better, just waiting and casting Thirst. I also want to do that now before they like play a Werewolf and I like make it Night by waiting. And if I wait till I have 5 mana, I can go Geralf Cradle of Safety combo. Yeah, I think I wait here. I also got Fierce Retribution in case like things go really bad, like they might cast like, I don't know, Wolvenwald Oddity or something like that. I mean, it's a rare, you can't really like play around it too hard, but anyway, yeah, they look like they're like okay set up for the Knife, but it's also not like amazing. See, like, look at this. Yeah, bash me, dog. Okay. I'll just take the 2, it's fine. Discard one of these planes. Yeah, alright. So I have a Fierce Retribution and an Adamant Will. I don't think I just jam Heron, because I think I want to, like, Retribution this, and then I might try to block Adamant Will, because it's not really a 2-for-1. Like, say they, like, have some sort of a play for me. It's, like, not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, because I can get the throwing back, unless their card is literally Flame Blessed Bolt, which I don't think it is. I think that's the best move. It kind of makes the best use of my mana while defending me. Oh, except I want to cast a spell. So maybe it's just Heron. I take 5 from this, which makes the fact that I just jammed this kind of awkward. Let's play Heron. It's fine. I missed out on a life point. I hope that doesn't add up, but I'm just gonna trade these Herons off. Like if they equip like Spore back here with the knife, I'll just block the Ridge Wolf. Well, actually maybe I'll double block something. Boy, what do I think? Actually, I've changed my mind. Literally just that. Well, if I double block here and they cast a spell, like they could cast Massive Might. I'll kill both my guys, but I'll get the Wretched Throwing back, and then they won't flip Outcast. Is that bad? I think that's bad. Is this wolf or werewolf? Yeah. This also looks extra bad when I'm holding Adamant Will in my hand. Let's put him for the 6/5. It's alright. Oh, I just cast a spell. Okay. Interesting. And just find a mountain with it, huh? That was maybe not what I would have done. That's okay. If I draw a land, I'm casting Geralf and leaving 2 mana open. So I'm really hoping I draw a land so I can both... Oh, it's a Throng. That's like the worst possible draw. That is the worst possible draw. But actually, I think I just, like, play the Throng. Lifelink here, bash with Heron, because I don't think I'm blocking. Yeah. Throng draw was really bad, though. I mean, it gives me something to play, but I would have really appreciated a land there. I would have appreciated it, you know? And they're going to get some blood. The knife isn't, like, the worst thing, but it's like, okay, so they're getting this blood. But the knife was just, like, really kind of weak. It's like they spent an entire card on it. And it's like getting another point of power in here. I'm just going to do this. Actually, should I try to Adamant Will on this? I think so. They're not attacking. Yeah, we'll do it. They want to spend a removal to like blow out my Wretched Throng, my Adamant Will. It's technically a 2-for-1, but this is the best Adamant Will is ever going to be. Or, I'm sorry, this Wretched Throng is ever going to be. But yeah, anyway, so they used this knife. It was okay. And then, oh, here we go. I'll be casting Geralf, yeah. So I could just outrace Celebrants. Like, I'm actually not that scared of it between these 2 cards. Gaining 5, I'll gain 6 life a turn. Once I start activating that. That's a little worse. This card's really for real. Boy, I think I still kill Outcast here. I think. What do I think of that? Well, if they ever want to, like, just not... I mean, pretty soon they're going to have... It's going to be, like, a 2-for-1, but it'll never be a menace creature. And it's going to delay how long it'll take for them to flip the Grove. I'm attacking in the air for a bunch. No, I think I destroy Celebrants here. I might regret this. We'll see. But I think my plan is actually, like, kind of to race them rather than to, like... than to grind them out, kind of. If I Cradle a Safety now, it'll be 6 damage instead, putting them to 8, and then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, maybe I just do it now. Actually, no, because I think what I'll do is at the end of the turn, depending on what they do with their cards, maybe I'll flip Heron of Hope into a 3/3 flyer, and then... Or actually, no, I can attack with Draw Off here, and that'll achieve the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah. And then I can attack for 2 or 5. That's 7, but then 8 with this. Yeah, I think this is a better attack. I'm not going to gain the life here, even though I'm tempted, because I think just leaving the Cradle and the Draw available is better. Cradle and Draw, not exactly a non-bow. Like, Cradle's good to protect the Draw. However, well, let's see what you got. You're throwing away Retrieve, sure. But they kind of do the same thing, where, like, if they go to kill my Heron, like, I could Draw Off it or Cradle it, and it's like, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of another. I like both, and, like, either way, like, I'm kind of eating the removal spell, so to speak. Sure. Their outs diminish. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I just win. No blocks. And this is enchant creature gets +1/+1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's just a mountain. Okay. We got there. Nice. All right. 3 in a row. Can you believe it? All right, team. See you for round 4. All right, we are 3-0. This is round 4. Round 4 it is. Do we have a hand? We do. We do. We do. I'm going to be ministering. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be riding. I'm hopeful. I like it. Yeah. Opponent has taken 1 mulligan. Opponent has taken 1 mulligan. We start off with an Epicure. Yeah, you got it. Oh, Thirst. That's a good draw. Blue-red. Oh, they got a Soul Cipher board, huh? I think I'll probably just get into life. The conventional wisdom is to get in for the point in situations like this, but I think as long as I keep my health up, especially against blue-red, I think I'm just gonna be in better shape. I mean, they basically mulliganed twice, so yeah. Alright. Cast the Griff Rider. 1 and 2. Alright. Let's see what you got. Looking at your board. I'm not going to block here. once I cast this Heron, I'm undoing all of this damage. Let's see what they got. They got 2 cards in hand still. I really don't want to get this mulliganed, but it also won't be the end of the world. Or mulliganed, wow. Counterspelled. Not the same. Strange, but I accept. Flame Blast Bolt, do you draw it? Oh no, okay. Ditch Mountain. Yeah. Okay, I mean that's a good card. Attack me for 8. It's a little awkward. A Lantern Bearer, sure. Well, first we'll go Thirst. Discard Plains. Now, do I run this Griff Rider into the Lantern Bearer? It's kind of awkward, isn't it? I don't think I do. Well, base power toughness become 4/3. So I think what I do is I just leave the Griff Rider and the Twin Blade Geist back, and just double block Puppeteer if it attacks. They have to have something for it. They'll 2-for-1 me, but I'm not too sad about it. And then I can maybe even like put Geist on to Griff Rider, or I'm sorry, onto Heron of Hope. But what happens if they attack for both on the ground, and they do it in conjunction with the Binding Geist? That's kind of bad, right? So instead, maybe do I attack, and then they can attack me back for 8 again. I think maybe so. So I attack them, they go to 12, and then I could ostensibly attack them back for a bunch more if I like block with Geist with something. Like if I just block on the ground with Geist, and then I can like go to the skies, gain a bunch of life. I think this is better. I can block. That's fine. Yep. Okay. I'll play Twin Blade Geist. This is the kind of thing I was worried about, where they find some sort of draw that like really enables them to actually kind of turn this around a little bit. I'm probably blocking the Twin Blade Geist, I think. Could really use some of my removal. If I draw a removal spell, I think I win this game. Maybe that was a bad attack. Maybe I didn't want to like actually trade that off there. Alright. Oh. Well, yeah, I think I block. You could do that. Another Minister. So if I put Twin Blade Geist on here, double pump. I'll gain 4, going to 16. They block. They might put the Binding Geist back on here. That's okay. And then what do I do? Do I leave Siphon Essence up, or do I just like cast Rolf? Maybe I cast Rolf and like will make them find another card. Yeah. This is fine. They might be able to flip that on the next turn too. It'd be kind of bad. It's okay though. So what do I actually cast here? I'm tempted to cast Geralf. Maybe I just want to cast the Minister though, because this can gain me a bunch of life, and so like even if they put Binding Geist on here, this will go to a 0/3, but can bump it up to a 3/3 double strike life linker, so I'll be gaining like 1,000,000 life off of it. Yeah, I think I just play the Minister weirdly enough. Yeah, we'll do this. Hope they don't draw a good creature. They flip it. They flip it. That's pretty bad. I mean, I'm on the verge of losing this game. Yeah. Yep. This is a problem. This is the most I've seen this card do. Look at this mana base. Sure. Yeah, you hit me for 8. Oh, how awkward. That's kind of what I'm talking about with Valorous stance. Like, it's like a little awkward sometimes. Now, do I cast Geralf? No, I think I leave all my stuff up. Hard to say. No. I mean, the Geralf's not going to block. Its protection ability isn't going to be that good. No, I just let it ride. I'm a little worried about Cypherbound Spirit. Wandering Mind. No. In fact, I might even discard Geralf here because I want a removal so bad that actually deals with this. I'm considering it because I want to keep Valorous Stance to keep this from dying from to like something, you know. I am nervous about losing this game though. I guess there's no reason to discard Geralf right now. I can like it's like more mana efficient, but like I mean maybe I'll just draw like a land next turn and I'll be like, oh, I can just do that. Yeah, see. Wait. Still not going to cast Geralf. Actually, maybe I do. No, I want to keep the Valorous Stance up. Well, let's think. So if they have Bleed Dry or a blue-based way of dealing with Heron of Hope, Valorous Stance actually doesn't help that much. However, if I cast Geralf, it's much tougher for them to like just do an attack because I can triple Traveling Minister Geralf. I think it's worth leaving this up though. I don't know. If they just go Bleed Dry on this, like it's gonna look really foolish, but also this card's drawing so many cards. Okay. I mean, yeah. Unless you got something, you're kind of in a position where you have to attack with Epicure. This looks like it's maybe like Chill of the Grave to me. There's 7 mana. You gotta block, unless you got something. I'll just play out my hand now. I have 2 lethal attackers. I can block the Creepy Puppeteer now. I feel much better. They drew a million cards, but I'm still in good shape. Well, I actually guess I don't have 2 lethal attackers because I got to Administer them. That's okay, we got there. Scary. That's about as scary as like your opponent mulliganing gets. Like that was... They bashed the snot out of me with that Puppeteer. Really worrisome stuff. But we clutched it out. Alright, cool. That was 4-0. See you for round 5. Alright, round 5 against Dodido. Alright, well, I like this hand. This hand's pretty good. Got a Throng to play early and maybe block. Got my Catilda, Thirst, Cruel Witness. Really solid all around. And opponent takes a mulligan. Alright. You got 2? Got 2 for me? I haven't seen someone go to 5 in a while. Island. Alright. We'll start with Island. Match Islands. Well, not really match. They're using a different one. Another blue-white deck. Okay, alright. Yeah, I'll play Throng here. Now, do I block? I think I do. I think I do. It's better than just getting beat up. And, I mean, they get their infantry in the graveyard, but then I get my Throng. So, like, okay, you know, I'll take it. Oh, they just, like, decline. Do I just jam Catilda? I mean, I think so. I just think that that's just the best thing to do. Well, so it's just currently just a silly 1-1. There's an argument for waiting, maybe casting Siphon Essence, and then possibly Thirst, and then... Because the Catilda's not getting through the Wanderlight Spirit anyway, so why expose it to removal when I can cast on my other spells? And then potentially play Cruel Witness. If Cruel Witness eats it, I can also, like, have Catilda. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. If they make my Siphon Essence here, that's fine. Okay. I'm not afraid of you. Kindly Ancestor. Do I Siphon Essence that? I don't think so. Seems kind of weak. I'll discard the island. Right? No. Whoa. What was I doing? I was thinking backwards. Hang on. There we go. Let me just make sure I'm clicking on the right one here. Yeah, submit 1. I'm getting kind of sleepy, guys. I almost just made a grave error. I think I cast Cruel Witness here, just because it blocks better than the Heron and all that. Yeah. And then maybe they have something here, but I'm not going to be too sad about it. Because I'll be able to follow up with Heron and Minister on the next turn. And then it's like, it's going to be so difficult for them to ever race me. They can get their own life gain engine going, maybe with the Ancestor, depending. But, oh, Cruel Witness, okay. Alright. What do I do? Yeah, I think I just go Heron Minister, right? And then I just don't have to fear anything, basically. Do I attack with my own Witness? No. Because this they can attack with their Witness, but I'm gonna outrace it with the lifelink. And then like both of the with the life gain, and then both of these can attack back into Wanderlight Spirit, so like I'm not afraid of Cruel Witness hitting me. Sure. That's decent. That's decent. And they'll be able to pump somebody up here. Eventually. And they draw a card. That's a decent exchange. Storm Chaser trade, sure. No attacks. Okay. Okay. So I think what do I do? Is it worth it? Um, so they're probably going to Drog Skull Infantry and the Storm Chaser Drake, making it a 4-3. Right? Alright. So I could just cast Heron and Minister. I don't think I want to attack yet. I think I want to get the other Minister and maybe the other Heron going. They'll make that a 4-3. I could block with the Witness. They attack with their own Witness. I'm still in the same boat. Yeah. I'm going to want to be able to Fierce Retribution one of these eventually anyway, but like, yeah, I just don't think that this is a good attack because they can just they can block, double block, or yeah, well, maybe I attack with just the Heron, and well, and then they could double block. I don't really want to trade it for Cruel Witness. It just doesn't seem very good when it's like such a powerful life gain. It's gaining me like 4 life a turn, or 2 life a turn, I should say. No, this seems fine. You get your little bit of advantage here. I can stomach that. That's fine. Well, that's much worse. I'll be able to Fierce Retribution this eventually anyways, but they're going to get a bunch of cards here, so it's a little ugly. Huh. Because, yeah, if they go land, put it on again, it's like, well, geez, you know. Well, they're doing it. Can't say they aren't doing it. That was pretty good for them. I cannot deny it. It's a 5-4 and they're tapped out. Actually, maybe I just double block. And then I'll save the Fierce Retribution. Is that a thing? I don't want them to go off with that anymore. And then what I could do is, like, if I draw a land, I can, like, use Fierce Retribution at instant speed to, like, stop their double block. Is that something I want to do? Because alternatively, I could go like Minister, Minister. I have an attack where it's like they can trade with one, double block another, and then I'm ahead of Flyer. But then I have to beat their Storm Chaser Drake. I think I really don't want them to go off on this is the problem. I don't want to do this while they're tapped out. Yeah, that's fine. For a second, I got really nervous. I mathed bad. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, this is good. And then I'll just beat their double block. I'm giving up a lot of life here, but it's fine. Oh. Yeah. Well, that was gigantic for me. I mean, they get to make a lifelink attack back, I guess, but it's like nothing. And then I have a really good hand. Depending on what they cast this turn, it could get kind of bad, but that did not seem like the block. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Switched Assistant definitely gets a block here. Yeah, Screaming Swarm, sure. I can block it. They'll be able to spend their mana to do some rebuys on that, but it won't be the end of the world. Maybe I shouldn't have catched the Wretched Swarm. No, that's okay. Sure. I'm going to save the island because I'll be drawing the Swarm. Or I'll be countering the Swarm. I should have lifelinked. I just didn't. That's okay. So I'm going to need something a little bit better. Swarm's going to keep coming back. It's going to be really annoying. I'm going to have to beat it somehow. I think I'm going to have to like eventually get Catilda so big that Heron, Blessed, and Geist. Oh, that's kind of a problem. Do they have an enchantment? No. Screaming Swarms on top of their deck. Do I just counter this? I think so. It's not much different than countering the Swarm, yeah. Then I get to filter right now. They got one card in their hand still. Well, it seems like a reasonable attack. Also seems decent. I'm just gonna take it though. I mean, I'm just so not afraid. Well, let me. I don't think there's anything that affects this here, but let's find out. Okay, yeah. So they're gonna get Screaming Swarm on their turn, which is bad. Oh, that's not good either. It doesn't matter, I'm giving them both lifelink. Actually, no, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not attacking with Catilda. I don't know what I was thinking. That's okay. I feel like I'm in decent position, except that Screaming, like if it wasn't for Screaming Swarm, like continuously returning, I feel like I'm going to be in a really good spot. But it like is, so I'm not, you know? I don't know. Now maybe I can, okay, they have a Screaming Swarm, sure. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I'll just kill it. Wow, okay. I mean, I don't think that game was nearly as decided as they seemed to think it was. It was close. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was ahead. I was in really good shape. I had 1,000,000 life. But they were going to be able to stabilize. I don't know. I don't think I concede there. I think that's a little aggressive, but I don't know. It's just, maybe they just really knew something about their deck that I didn't. What did I get? A Fortifying Draught. You gain 2 life. Target creature gets +X for X amount of life you gain this turn. Wow, that's exciting. Okay, cool. All right. See you for round 6. All right, round 6. We are 5-0. We're currently 5-0. Oh boy, do I keep this hand? This hand looks terrible, but I'm afraid to mulligan it. Because you have a bunch of lands, but I don't have my blue. Nah, we can do better. This seems like it just like this has like no like redeeming value really. Like the Throng's bad, the Spirit's bad. Like if I eventually find my blue, I get to cast my like bad 2-drops. Like no. Yikes. Opponent has also taken a mulligan. Guys, if I told you that I hate mulliganing, I hate it. If I draw a land, what happens? Still kind of a bad hand. Even though they mulliganed, like, do I go to 5? Do I go to 5? Do I think my hand is better at 5 than... I think I roll with it. I will get rid of Cradle of Safety. I think I'm just my game plan is to hopefully hit lands, play flyers, maybe get like a counterspell off. The reason I kept it is because I am playing turn 1 Minister, which will like bolster my life total and like hopefully allow me to hit my land drops. All right. But yeah, that's why, like, okay, so I've taken some, what I might call, I don't know about, like, sketchy mulligan decisions, but, here I think I attack. It's like, it's been close, and I've erred on the side of not mulliganing, and that right there, look at all this blue-white, what in the world? Oh, never didn't have it, gang. Just like mulligan decisions that have been like really close, and that right there is exactly why I'm like hesitant. I'm like I feel like, oh okay. So I think I'm just gonna bash, because even if with the counter on the Griff Rider still blocks it. Like let's just get in there. I should have cast Heron first. That's okay. I kind of wanted to... I didn't want them to make an educated decision there, is why I waited, but maybe this would have been better. Depending on what they cast, I'm in good shape. Yeah, because now... Well, this could be Fierce Retribution, which I hope is not. Okay. Hit the land drops. That's good. Sure. No reason to cast Wretched Throng here. Point in fact, I think we're going to pitch it. It's so weak right here. Well, no, because I still got like I have all this mana. I'll be drawing a card. It's fine. Yeah, okay. I possibly should have waited on that too. That's okay. We'll just do this right now. If I draw another hair in here, I again missed out on a life point. Ha! I knew it. All right, that's fine. All right, we have to figure it out quick. No. I have been talking about this card all night, and then finally one of my blue-white opponents has it. You got to be kidding me. All right. Jeez, oh man. I'm just blown away. Of course. Like, the mulligans, the beat-ups, and then they just have the wrath to get out from under it. Like, I'm disgusted. Oh my god. If I lose this game... Yeah, no attacks. That is unbelievable. Alright. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, what do I draw here? I mean, I guess I get like one of my flyers. Like I feel like I gotta deal with Panic Bystander here in a reasonable amount of time. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to block here, because if I can get something to deal with Bystander, then it kind of like if they like equip on Bystander and then I find something to deal with it, I'm actually in decent shape. No, oh, that ain't it. I don't think I win by not attacking. I mean, okay. Maybe find something better to put it on? You did indeed. Right, okay. Oh, it's gonna flip too. It's gonna flip now because they're gonna put... This was a terrible way for this game to go. I think I have to do this. This is very bad. Well, I have my own heron now. Is that good enough? Not really. Well, actually, maybe. Depending on what they do here. Sure, yeah. Okay, maybe I should have like blocked with Heron and then sacrificed Heron. I would have bought myself a little more time. That would have been good. Yeah, it's not going to do it though. They can just attack with everything, and I gotta block. Yep. Well, that is it. That was a horrible way for that game to go. Holy cow! Thought I was going to be in good shape. Thought I was beating them up in the skies. I guess not. That's all right. See you for round 7. All right, round 7. We are 5-1. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I go first, and I have a respectable hand. Does my opponent? What does my opponent have? Okay. Gift of Fangs. Okay. Annoying, but not insurmountable. It would have been really nice to keep it because I could have like pumped on infantry and then gone Griff Rider. This could be Syncopate. Oh, okay. That's good for me. What's your plan, opponent? You have a bat. Do I adamant will that? Do I adamant will that? I don't know. I really want to play Thirst here so I can hit my land drops. But if they don't have a good answer to Griff Rider, I'll just like bash in the air for a bunch. I think maybe I just attack with infantry and then wait and thirst. And actually maybe I'll thirst on my main phase. So yeah, I'm just going to attack with infantry. It's fine. Oh boy. Yeah. I'll discard Throng and then Nurturing Presence, kind of the weakest card. I mean, it gives me another 1/1, but the 1/1 flyer ain't going to mean much if I don't get the bat off the table. But if I put the Presence on, I could like put Presence on infantry, and then it would pump up Griff Rider 2, but then they would still just block. But then I got the 3/3 attacking and a 1/1. I think just having Adamant Will is going to like leave a better creature on the board. However, is that wrong? Because, yeah, if I block and then the Adamant Will, and then eventually I can maybe get it up to a better size. How good is that 1/1 going to be? I don't want to discard Heron. I don't want to discard Stance or Retribution. So is it Presence or Will? I think it is... actually Adamant Will. Yeah, we'll do that. Makes my infantry a better creature. Will give me a 1/1 left over. If they like attack with bat too, it'll make that really bad for them. That was a really bad Thirst for Discovery though. Maybe I should have just attacked in Adamant Willed. But it's good I did that because it got a lot of non-lands out of the way. Yeah, point of discussion. I mean, it's kind of bad, but... Going with the Gift of Fangs. Yeah, I think I just do it. Or do I... So yeah, Nurturing Presence here doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, no, okay. And then, so now trading with the Griff Rider frees up. I'm getting in for more, and trading with the Griff Rider frees up the room for the 1/1. I don't know if that was better or not. If I could have just kept the 2/2 infantry and then had Griff Rider on the table. Hard to say. Hard to say. This is a clear block from opponent here, though. Unless I got something really spicy going. Maybe they really want to exploit that or something. Seems really silly, though. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's kind of annoying. This is kind of what I was talking about with Dying Malice in my last draft. Like, it's such a mana positive play. I think this card's a little underrated. There's like situations where it doesn't work that well, but like it doesn't take all that much, and you make really strong plays with it. Like, that was really bad. Okay. Man, oh man. Gang. Jeez. Yeah. If they attack, I'm probably just going to take it so I can keep Siphon Essence up. I don't know. There's a chance I want to Fierce Retribution, but I think it's just better for me to Siphon Essence anything that they do play. The thing is, they could also, like, just see they're going to see that I have the counter magic up, and so they're just going to, like, maybe if they got, like, a Scattered Thoughts in their hand, they're going to play that instead or something, you know? Tell you what though, if they attack with both, I think I'm actually fine with that. Because I'm still ahead to a degree. Well, kind of. I don't know if I'm actually winning that. Yeah, see, that's bad. And now they have counter magic potential. I think I cast Cruel Witness here. Yeah, maybe I should have Fierce Retribution, but I don't know what they have in their hand. I mean, they could have just like crushed me. Really, I'm just in a bad spot is what it is. Okay. So what do I do? I mean, clearly they're bleed drawing, but I have a bunch of hand cards. Like, maybe I can grind them out, I think. So I attack with this, because just one, you know, or this person ain't blocking. And then I'll trade off with the bat. No, I'll trade off with the Witness. The Witness has a better onboard ability. Part of the reason I was thinking trade off with Bat was because if they have like a buyback ability, like with some sort of like, you know, Blood Fountain or something like that, the Bat actually is like a smaller thing that when it comes back. But no, I just want to get their Witness off the board, I think. And then I got some grind potential. The Valorous stance looks really bad. No, that also looks bad. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about, the Valorous stance. At the end of the last draft, it's just like it's not the Adamant Will is like maybe a more important card. I pitched it here because I didn't know what they were going to play, but it's like if I actually had the Adamant Will, I'd almost be happier. Parasitic Grasp. Looked like you were looking at it. Here's Downfall. Chill of the Grave. Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, I think I have to cast Fierce Retribution, go to 2. Siphon Essence something. Do I attack? It seems if they counter my Fierce Retribution, I die. But I also need to pressure. Does it meaningfully change the amount of turns that it would take me to kill them via pressure? Oh no. Maybe. Not really, I don't think. And it'll at least allow me to survive if something bad happens. I think there's enough of a chance that something bad happens here that, like, part of the problem though is like say they counter my Fierce Retribution. I'm so unlikely to win this game that like maybe I should just like ignore it as a possibility and play in a way such as that like I still can win. Like if they don't have something for it, you know, which might have meant pressuring there for the point. Like if they counter Retribution, I got to block. Like I'm almost certainly dead anyways, right? Yeah. Do I want that Plains? It allows me to cast Heron of Hope and Valorous Stance next turn. Is that desirable? I kind of have to grind them out here. They got so many cards. Boy. What do I hope to get instead? Yeah, I need the Plains because eventually I think I also want Catilda to win. And so I think I need to draw this, have Heron and Valorous Stance next turn. Yeah. And, yeah, it'll set me up for the future. That could have been wrong. You'll love to see it. Interesting that they're playing that out. They got 8 mana instead of using their blood. Repository Scab. Cannot allow it. Do they maybe have something else in their hand? Yes. Can I allow them to do that? No. Yes. Uh-huh. Kind of a problem. Now, do I attack on this turn? Do I attack on this turn? I could also, like, Valorous Stance the draw if I have to. My inclination is to attack with Witness and the double block with Heron. But I kind of want to keep the Heron alive so I can get out of this life hole. So actually I don't think I do. And then I won't attack with this either. Well, so if I attack with this, block with Witness, have both of these back, then it actually is a 3-turn clock in the air. So I think I do. Is that wrong? I really need to be able to kill that bat if they do with both. And then I could Valorous Stance. But the shorter clock is really nice. I'm also tempted to just Valorous Stance. Well, because if I double blow, no, I think it's fine. Yeah, I attack. Kind of dreading Diagraph Scavenger right now. Depending on what they cast here too, I might be forced to kill. Yuck. I might have to kill Geralf in response. Man, my thirst earlier in the game was so bad. That was really bad. I wonder if I should have just like avoided doing that and just attacked and done the adamant well. I don't know. I think I'm fine with just trading the Witness here. There's an argument to be made for like blocking and then trying to Valorous Stance, but it's too risky. Steelclad Spirit. If I allow them to turn that into a 3/3 flyer, I think I lose this game. Possible I should have done this on... Well, no, I really needed to wait and see what to do with the Valorous Stance. I'm afraid of their counter magic, but I have to take risks. I have to take risks. Was this Cradle of Safety? It'd be even worse. Oh, okay. Alright. So the Spirit's kind of a dork. They gotta play an enchantment. Which they could. really use a Minister after I draw this Heron. That would be so sick. Yeah, alright. What is this? Oh, jeez, I was afraid of that. You had to think that long for that? I'm sorry, but, like, what are you doing? Like, that seemed extremely obvious to me. I'm like, I don't mean to get annoyed here, but I'm, like, sitting here, like, on the edge of my seat, like, oh, am I gonna live? And, like, he just eats my Heron like that? Like, I'm sorry, you know, it seems Eric, but I really need to get better about not saying he. Yeah, I mean, you got it. I know I took a long turn on the turn I was thinking about. Yeah, okay. 10 cards? Yeah. Still got 21 in my library. Holy cow. Well, Minister doesn't actually cut it now, because they would just have to chump the ghoul. This is risky, but I think it's got to be something better than that. How about a Plains? Okay. Yeah, that's it. GG. Man, that was a tough one. Dang, dang, dang. Okay. All right. We are now 5-2. On to round 8. All right, round 8. We are 5-2. Let's see it. Is this a hand? It's kind of weak. It's kind of weak, but I don't think I can ditch it. I got a couple removal spells. I have a couple of my flyers. I have my mix of lands. I don't like hands like this. I don't like hands like this because depending on what they play, if they just play some like early beaters, like I like have to kill them with like these spells, you know, like. But we'll see. Do you want to bash with that Minister? Okay. Sure. All right. I mean, I think I just let that live. I'm gonna be like casting a blocker next turn. They don't have like something to train. Yeah. All right, here we cast Cruel Witness. I like Cruel Witness more than Heron because I'm gonna like follow up with Heron. I'm gonna be bashing with this. Sure. That I'm not as worried about. Right. Is there a better option? No, I think I just kind of jam Heron. I think I attack in the air. Well, so they're going to get a counter on the trainee, and it'll become a 2/3. So maybe I actually... Well, I should have cast Nurturing Presence if I was going to do it. Yeah. Alright. I still kind of think I just cast Heron. I could, like, do the Shame Presence. I missed out on a point. But then, like, if I do, like, Fierce Retribution, I can destroy the trainee, like, before the counter goes on. And then they're hitting me with this 3/2. What I don't want to do is, like, kill this when it's, like, a smaller when it gets some counters on it, and because like this is only really bad or good once it gets a couple counters on it and the counters actually move to something else. Is that worth it? Maybe I just cast the Heron. Yeah, I think maybe that's the case. I don't know. Like they got some life gain going. Yeah, I think maybe it's better to just keep casting that Heron. It's gonna. I mean, the Trini's gonna keep getting bigger. I don't know. I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure, and my cards don't answer that well. I think I'm going to cast the Shame Presence. I think I'm in good shape if I don't die, if I don't just fall over. This puts almost as much pressure on in the air, except even more because I have the Nurturing Presence, and then I can not let this get out of control. Minister. Yeah, I'll take Minister. Uh-huh. Well, you get something back. Uh-huh. Right. So I think I go Heron. Yep. Minister. Do I attack? I'm missing out on 5 damage if I attack, but otherwise, they are... they can attack with the trainee. Though I could double block with the Heron and the Spirit, but if I do that, I'm exposing myself to just getting, knocked out with, some sort of trick, and they have, they have a full hand of cards, bunch of mana. I don't think I'm gonna gain a bunch of life here. I don't really want to block with the Heron, so maybe I block with the trainee, and then because this is so much better, I can race so much better this way. Well, if they attack with everything, I just kind of let it through, because then what I'm taking 3, 6, 7, 8 or something like that, and I'll be gaining 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but attacking with a good amount. I don't know, I think it's kind of safer to leave it back, but it just seems so conservative here. It seems so conservative. I think I attack. Because I'm attacking back in the air for 7, right? Yeah, they don't got a trick. That is fine. Wait, and because they don't have a trick, do I block with Heron and Spirit? No? No? Okay. I don't feel like I'm in good shape. Right. Also excellent. I don't think I don't battle. I think maybe I leave Cruel Witness back, actually. Because if I leave Cruel Witness back, they can't, they can keep trying to bash, but I'm actually gaining as much life as I'm like losing here. What do I really need here? Catilda would be really good. I think I go for it. Alright, this is a risk, but I think I gotta take it. If they have bleed dry, I'd probably lose, but I think I was gonna lose if they have bleed dry anyways. Yeah, sure. Man, oh man. I think I just give it here. And then what? I think I just attack with Witness. Right? I could have attacked with this, I guess. Might have been a little bit better. Or do I leave it back this turn? I was thinking I would attack with Witness because I cast a creature and so it got the pump, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should have given it to the Heron and left this back. Then again, they get to attack with like their Heron plus guys when they're attacking for a bunch. They pump it here, like they like attack through all of my creatures. I think I have to leave this back actually. Rough spot. They have so many hand cards, it's insane. Okay, that's fine. It's a 4/5, sure. Blocks like this. I can still get in the air, so can they. And they're attacking with a 4/5. I think I just need to draw something to deal with that and all their hand cards. But I just can't keep taking the damage. This is gaining me an extra point of life a turn, so is it worth blocking the resistance squad? Oh. That's really bad. Well, could be worse. Well, I think I'm going to have to take a bunch here. love it if they stop drawing spells. So Catilda will make up for a good amount of what's happening. A Fell Stinger. Alright. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I can't even attack, really? They're like more like I have to attack because I'm at 8. They're gonna attack me back for a bunch. So I kind of have to like attack with this and then like put it on something for like the +1+, or for the +2/+2. Yeah, that's what it's gotta be, I guess. We'll trade here. Or maybe they won't. I think I put it on the flyer. Like, I don't want to put it on the Heron, because the Heron can already get lifelink. Well, but it's 0/1, so maybe it is better to... This would make it a 2/2. I actually think I like it being a 3/3 a little bit more. Or this would make it a 2/3, I mean. Make it a 3/3. It is maybe capable of to climb out of this, but it looks really grim. I don't really know how. Because I think I'm going to have to, like... Well, maybe I can wait. Maybe I can wait to trade it off for the Heron. The thing is, they're attacking for so much this turn. Oh, they give to that? They must have drawn a trick or something. Okay. 4, 6, 8, 11. And Adam and Will. Probably not enough, right? Yeah. Nope, that's not going to do it. There's really no way. I can what, give this, put this up to a 3/3, maybe block something, and then gain 3, going up to 6, and it's still lethal. Okay, that's it. Well, geez, gang, went 5-0 and then it fell off the rails. Yeah, kind of rough. Don't really know what to make of the losses there. The hand went exactly like I expected it to. Like that's again that was what I was nervous about. It's like you have these hands where it's like you have like removal spells ostensibly. However, yeah, like I had to like use them awkwardly on like the early plays. Like they just like cast like early creatures and I didn't. And then so I was forced to like really awkwardly use it on their 2-drop instead of just like having a 2-drop to like block with it, you know, which was not great, you know. So those kind of hands look reasonable, but like I almost think that like my hands that I've been keeping where it's like, oh, I just need to like find a land and this hand turns out, have been like more reasonable than that. Like those hands are like almost like risky or traps because it's like, oh well, maybe this could just like work out if I just like find something. The hand I just kept was a trap because it looks like it's a reasonable hand, but it actually kind of isn't. I know it's a kind of extreme to say that wasn't a reasonable hand, but the reality is that game I was losing that game big time the entire time. It was like just barely keeping my head above water. In part because of the early lead my opponent was able to get off to. So it's really important to have early plays. That's why they always say you can't have enough 2-drops. So anyways, that's it. 5-3. I mean, I was thinking we can, you know, with the 5-0 record, I was like, oh man, I think we can pick up 2 more games here, but it didn't really happen. So let's burn through these packs. I tend to talk about these a lot, but let's just rip through them real quick. Best here so far is Scavenger. Oh, very lucky me. Valspawn Spider's cool card in a deck that I don't like. Actually, let me talk about this real quick. It gets really awkward, like the Miller card, because like there's like a good number of like blue cards that like allow you to scry, which so this can be awkward. And then I've never found myself like in a position where like it feels like good to like activate this. It just has never really worked out. So this card seems cool, but it just like it doesn't really do as much as it seems. It's mostly just a 2/3 reach, which is like fine. I like Scavenger out of that pack. What do we got here? Laid to Rest. Okay, so Laid to Rest is a card I've seen. Do I like it more than Flame Blessed Bolt because of Wolf Rider? Probably take the Wolf Rider, I guess. I don't know actually what's better here. This card is pretty decent. I mean, starting on 1 as a 1/2 menace is like fine. It's not gigantic, but once it gets blocked up, you start like using your graveyard to make additional wolves. Like that's pretty good, right? Like, so I think this card's really nice. I think I would take Wolf Rider. Laid to Rest, real quick, this is a card. This is another one of those cards where it's like secretly a multicolored card. This is really bad in a lot of decks, but it's actually a good card in a green-white deck. Like it really is an engine card. Have big success here. I like Hookhand Mariner. Got the land. Yeah, Mariner's just the best common here. The uncommons are really bad. 4/4/4 is really solid. This one. Bleed Dry. I like it more than Diver Scob, unless... Welcome Me Vampire. This is like almost a bomb. This is really good. 2/3 flyer for 3, which is really nice, and then you just draw a bunch of cards for just casting your creatures anyways. And it incentivizes the kind of decks where it's like, there are some synergy cards where it's like, I kind of don't want to do the synergy thing that they're asking you to do. I like having cheap creatures, and that often have power 2 or less. Like, having a deck full of cheap creatures is good, so you want that. Here, it's probably Whispering Wizard, unless... Howlpack Piper. Okay, actually, I think I like Howlpack Piper. Whispering Wizard's a good engine card, but so is this, in a weird way. Like, this allows you to just, like, have, like... It looks like it's small, but... The play pattern on this card's incredible, especially if you have other wolves, or you only need one other wolf in your hand, because it's awesome if you have 2, but you use it for the first one, it untaps, and then it allows you to have like a double spell turn with big dudes for really cheap. I mean, you only like for 4 mana you can put like 2 6-drops into play or whatever. That's a bit of a dream scenario, but it doesn't even have to be that. Like if you play like 2 3-drops, you've still like done something, you know, you've still kind of got an advantage. And then this flips and then fills your hand with more cards for you to then do the same thing again later if it ever flips back. So it kind of like sets up its own ability to flip while also cheaply casting your creatures and allowing you to have big double spell turns. This card looks like Elvish Pipers, or not, is that what it is? Like Elvish Piper? Yeah. Elvish Pipers are like really so and limited. That is not just an Elvish Piper. That card is way different. It's really good. Here, it's Fellstinger, unless changed my mind. Mirror Harl Mimic. This card's really excellent. Clones are always really good. Just best creature on the battlefield. And then the Disturb on it is so awkward to play around. Like, you can put it on your opponent's creature, and then they just have to do something with it. And it'll just, like, this will single-handedly draw a game out by making just the best creature on the battlefield over and over and over again. Really good. Okay, so that was the draft. Folks, thanks for joining me. Like I said, I was hoping we can close that one out, but 5 and 3 is not bad. And I definitely think that there was a lot to learn from those games. So yeah, I feel decent about it. I also could have maybe had, I'm going to rewatch the draft. Well, I could have had maybe a sweet blue-red draft, but yeah, I think that's fine. I'm fairly satisfied. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you all being here. Yeah, see you next time.